Hello, welcome, welcome. Today we're on Flaming Mountain, beautiful mountain just outside of Taichung. And it got me to thinking about a book I recently finished, which is entitled The Way of a Pilgrim. It's a story, essentially, of a man in the 19th century period of Russia who loses everything. His wife dies, then he decides to go on a journey to ultimately find God, metaphorically speaking. Now, each of us, I feel, has to have a journey like this in life. Each of us must be fundamentally a pilgrim of the self. And we are, I think, presented when we turn 20 years of age or so with three fundamental questions. Firstly, why am I here? Why me? Why am I here? Secondly, if I'm here, which I know I am, what is my mission? And thirdly, I can see around me that people leave me. What happens when I leave this consciousness? Where do I go? Now, these three fundamental questions, I believe, are part of developing into the person I deserve to be, because I am alive, me. So, the first question, why am I here? I think we can answer in an odd way. We can get a notebook. We could begin at 20 years of age and just write. This is according to Ralph Waldo Emerson. Just write down my daily thoughts, because on one of these days, I will be finishing school. On one of these days, I will be getting a job, my first job. Very exciting, or maybe not. Who knows? On one of these days, I will be meeting Mr. or Mrs. Right. On one of these days, marriage, children. One of these days, getting older. And ultimately, on one of these days, I will be leaving this mortal plane. So document the day. Document. So the way of the pilgrim, in my estimation, is someone who is curious. Be curious about everything. The birds, the bees, the bugs, everything. It is so important that we look at nature where we are today. I think we also have to observe human beings. If we study the eyes of human beings, I think we'll see many people are in great pain. Many people suffer tremendous angst. And you ask yourself, wait a moment, why am I happy? And if you are happy, it's because you've resolved something about you and the universe that you occupy. Have a look at people. Then we come to circumstances. How do I overcome awful circumstances? These will happen to all of us. All of us in life will experience these things. So if I say to myself, hold on, sir, madame, I am a pilgrim in my life. I'm going to find why I am here. I'm going to find what to do, and I'm going to come to a point that I'm at peace. I'm at peace with God, Jehovah, Yahweh, the universe, Christ. I'm at peace with that reality. And then I can begin to give back, which I believe fundamentally is the meaning of life. Now, it's important to identify I cannot change anyone. Impossible. It's a lie. Anyone who believes that they can influence someone and change someone is fooling themselves. The person who you can change is you. Through your prayers, through your introspection, through your communication with the universe, you can change yourself. I read an article recently on anger. Anger supposedly is a toxic poison that permeates everyone if we're not careful. You know, you think to yourself, the evils that have happened in the 20th century, these were committed by people just like you and me. And if I think I want to blame the Second World War, for example, on the Japanese or on the Germans, on the Austrians, I'm fooling myself, because I could have been one of those people easily. So I must remind myself that evil is all around me and I must protect myself from it. So think to yourself, remain a pilgrim in your life. Search for you. Search for your relationship with the universe, and you ultimately will be happy. And you know what they say. Critical thinking is great. You take care. God bless. Bye-bye.